The moment has come. It is time to declutter my camera bag. And as you probably know, over the years you collect more and more and more gear, and that results in this. So I'm in need for bigger. That's a bit weird. So that's when this bad boy comes in handy. It's way bigger, barely fit in the screen. So a little bit of background information about this bag. This is a Temba bag, 20 liters, and I've used it for the past 2 years now. And it's gone everywhere with me, to every shoot, to every travel. And I haven't actually cleaned this bag out for a long time. But first, let me tell you what I actually have in this bag. So in the front pocket of this bag, I keep this little bag for all my random knickknack, cables and stuff. There's a lot of random stuff in that bag. This is such an awkward way to film what's in my bag, but I don't know how to do it else, so you just have to deal with it. So besides that, in this front pocket, I also keep my little business card. You never know who you're gonna come across, so I definitely recommend just putting a stash of business cards in your camera bag. And then I also have this little side pocket, which I use for my tripod. This is a little Manfrotto tripod. I just put my camera on there and then I can film wherever I am. So this bag also has this little zip here. In this pocket, I keep a bunch of stuff. So I keep my headphones in here, some lipstick, some batteries, a camera strap, just a bunch of crap. Alright, so when I open my bag, I keep my laptop here, and I also keep my notebook in there. I always carry this one with me, as I can just randomly brain dump on here. Most of the time my camera is also in my camera bag, but because I'm filming with it right now, that's gonna be a bit difficult. But I'm filming with my Canon R6, and I have the Canon 15-35 on my camera as well. So let's just start with the biggest lens I have, and that's the 70-200 from Sigma. And as you can see, I have this little adapter mount on here, because this lens is an EF and my camera body is an RF. In order to use this lens, I need this adapter. As you can see, there's still a polarizer on here because we went to a little Sunday drive yesterday where we did some drifting and stuff. And when I photograph cars, I always use a polarizer. So this lens is pretty heavy and I had to get used to it at first, especially when you're shooting in a bit of a slower shutter. It's like, try and hold it steady because it's pretty heavy, but I really like this lens. So moving on, next up is the 24-70 f2.8, also from Sigma. And as you can see, this one also still has a polarizer on it, and this is a different polarizer. And I have to say, I don't use my 24-70 as often as I thought I would use it, because I really enjoy using prime lenses, but still, it's nice to have in my bag because when I'm shooting cars, I really enjoy using this one. And another must-have that I have in my bag is this little baggie, and I keep all my filters in here. Before I got this bag, I always carried around like the plastic cases, but it was just too heavy, not efficient, so that's when I got this little bag. What I have in here is the Polar Pro Mist filter, 2 ND filters from Hoya, and an infrared filter from Kenko. And I haven't actually used that one yet, so I'm excited to try it out. And besides that, I also always carry around extra lens caps because I always lose them. So the next lens I have is the 50mm f1.4 from Sigma. Funny enough, yesterday on the car meet, I actually tried it out for the first time, and I really like it because I feel like how you shoot with this lens is how you look through your eyes, if that makes sense. Now moving on to the lens I have from Canon. Let's just start with the 35 f1.8. This is my favorite lens. I use it all the time. I use it for portraits, car photography, whatever. I really enjoy using this one and it's freaking sharp. So I always carry this one in my bag. As you can tell, I mostly shoot cars and that's why I have all the polarizers still on my lenses. But this polarizer is from Hoya. And then the final lens in my bag is the Canon 85mm f2.0. I have used it a lot, but as of recently I don't use it as much anymore because I feel like it's pretty slow with focusing. I don't know if anyone else experienced this as well, but I think it's because it's a macro lens as well. And as you can see, it has a little pancake on the top. So I have heard mixed things about stacking up filters, but for me it works, so I'll just keep doing it. So next to the 85, I have this little pocket where I keep my hard drive. So when I want to work on the road, I always keep them there. And that's also where I keep this little folder of SD cards. And I always carry my little prism with me, because I feel like when a photo is not really turning out how I want it, or I want to spice it up a bit more, I use my prism to just create an awesome effect in the photo. And if you don't know what a prism is, it creates these little refractions in your photo. And when it comes down to lighting, I always carry my little light tablets with me. They're so easy to use and they don't take up much space in my bag. And then moving on to another light source, and that is the Godox 8300 Pro. This is a strobe light and I've had it now for the past 2 years. And the reason why I bought it is because it has its own battery. Ooh, I almost slid off the chair. Because it has its own battery in there, so you don't have to bring along cables or you have to rely on power holes or whatsoever. You can just use it wherever you are. Just make sure the battery is charged, but that makes sense. That's it for all my gear, and as you can see, it just barely fits. So this bag had its good run. I enjoyed using it, but it's time to move on to the bigger bag. So I was just having a first look at the bag, and this bag has so many pockets, so many, which I love because I have so much stuff that is also unnecessary. But now I at least have some pockets to put it somewhere. So I swapped over to my iPhone so I can show you how I packed away my camera, but this is what it looks like now. It's way more spacious and I have lots of room for my lenses. And this one's all empty now and yucky, so I'm very happy that I have a clean, organized new bag. So now that's everything organized and all, let's go out for a photo shoot. Let's go. And that's it for today's video. I had a lot of fun shooting my car and also actually cleaning out my bag, because that was one of those tasks I've been postponing for weeks. I didn't want to do it because it felt like such a big task in my head, but once you get it started and once you finish it, it's such a release. So I'm very happy with my organized bag. I'm gonna try and keep you updated on how organized I can keep it. We'll see. And when it comes down to my gear, I linked everything in the description so you can easily find what I use on my shoots. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching my video and I also hope to see you in the next one. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye. Doei!